This video is a brief demonstration and discussion of PowerTeacher grade verification. As you will see in this video, the steps involved in verifying your grades are easy to follow. Therefore, this video is more of a discussion about the grade verification process in general. The goal of this video is to help you understand when you should verify your grades and what to do when you see highlighted grades in your grade verification list. To begin, let's first understand the two kinds of grades that are in play during grade verification. Current grades are the final grades shown in your gradebook. These change when you make a change in your gradebook, such as adding and scoring a new assignment. Historical grades are in PowerSchool, and they are put on report cards, cum labels, and transcripts. The historical grades only change when grades are stored or when they are modified by the central office. When grades are stored, the current grades in your gradebook are copied into historical grades. It's like taking a snapshot of your gradebook. These snapshots are taken at regular intervals after the end of the term during the grading window. The timeline illustrates when grades are stored. The grading window is 3 working days after the end of the term. On the first working day after the end of the term, grades are stored at 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. On the second working day after the end of the term, grades are stored at noon and at 4 p.m. On the third working day after the end of the term, grades are stored at noon and at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. on the third working day after the end of the term is the deadline for having finalized your grades. After the deadline, if you need your grades to be stored again, you need to let your school office know. The goal of PowerTeacher grade verification is to ensure that the historical grades that go out on report cards match the final grades in your gradebook. The PowerTeacher grade verification list shows both the current grades and the historical grades for a class, and it highlights grades that don't match. When you check the grade verification box for a class, it should mean two things. First, it should mean that you are done grading the class. If you are not finished grading a class, you should not verify the class. Second, it should mean that the historical grades shown on the list match the current grades in your gradebook, and that those grades are the grades you mean to award. If the historical grades don't match what's in your gradebook, then those grades will be highlighted, and you should not verify the class. Now that the process has been explained, let's see how you verify grades for one class. Let's say that you are finished entering grades for this class. To verify those grades, you log in to PowerTeacher. Then click the grade verification icon in the classes list. You review the list of grades. The grades shown in black on the left are the historical grades that go on report cards. The grades shown in blue on the right are the current grades in your gradebook. You also have a percent column that shows historical percents on the left and current percents in your gradebook on the right. You're done grading. None of these grades are highlighted, which means the historical grades match the finished grades in your gradebook. Check the box and click Submit. Checking the box on the grade verification page is the same as signing your name and will be taken to mean that you've reviewed the list of grades and confirmed that those grades are the grades you mean to award. That's all there is to it. The grade verification icon turns green, showing that you verified the class. As I said at the start of the video, the steps involved in verifying your grades are easy to do. The important thing to remember is that by verifying a class, you are communicating to your school office that those grades are finished and accurate. Checking the box should mean that you've carefully reviewed the grades from the class to ensure that the grades going out on report cards are accurate. Let's talk about a few of the scenarios that come up during grade verification. First, if you are not finished with your grades, you shouldn't even be looking at your grade verification in PowerTeacher. Finish entering your grades in your gradebook before you attempt to verify your grades. Now let's discuss what it means when you have highlighted grades. Grades are highlighted when historical grades don't match the grades in your gradebook. This is usually because of a gradebook change that hasn't yet been captured by storing grades. If you just finish entering grades in your gradebook and you immediately go to PowerTeacher grade verification, You'll probably see highlighted grades because you changed the gradebook grades after the last time grades were stored. If you're still in the 3-day window and another grade storing interval is coming up, just wait until after the next grade storing interval to verify your grades. For example, if you finish grading class in the morning, just wait until the afternoon to verify the grades for that class. Another reason a grade could be highlighted is if the percent is greater than 100. This occurs if you have extra credit on assignments. When this is the case, it is possible for a student to have a percent greater than 100%. However, because of the impact such percentages have on things like class rank and GPA, you must change any percentages greater than 100 to 100. If you see a highlighted grade and you look at the percentage column and see that it is greater than 100, go to your grade book, find the grade, and override the grade, changing its percent value to 100. Double-click the grade, check the manual override box, enter 100 in the percent field, and choose 100 from the grade drop-down. Click Close, then click Save. Back on the grade verification page, notice that the current percent now shows 100. The historical percent still shows what it was before. The change will be picked up the next time grades are stored. Wait until then to verify these grades. Another reason a grade could be highlighted is if your gradebook has grades that are not getting stored. Let's say you finish grading a class and you know that a grade storing interval has come and gone. But when you go to verify those grades, all of them are highlighted and you only see blue grades from your gradebook. In this case, do not verify the class. Inform your school office of the issue. If your grades are not getting stored for some reason, they will not be able to go out on report cards, and you need to let your school office know there is a problem so the issue can be resolved. In summary, if there is one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Only verify a class if you are finished grading and none of your grades are highlighted. If your grades are highlighted because you recently changed your grades, wait until after the next grade storing interval to verify the class. If your grades are highlighted and you don't know why, let your school office know there is an issue, but do not verify the class. This concludes this discussion of PowerTeacher grade verification.